Hey everybody, Momza here on this NFL Sunday. As you can see, I'm repping my team, the Los Angeles Rams. I know that sounds a little odd, especially if you've checked out any of my previous videos. You know I'm from Ohio. No, I'm not a Bengals fan. Um, not a Reds fan either. Actually, I'm a Dodgers fan. So that's a story for a different day. But wanted to come to you on this NFL Sunday and get another bourbon review in. By the way, before we get into it, drop in the comments who you're rooting for this Sunday, and whoever you're rooting for, I hope your team wins. So right now, I'm going to get into another one of my favorite distilleries, and that is New Riff. Now, before I continue, I know I've talked about a lot of my favorite distilleries. I am not, a paid sponsor by them. I'm just trying to pass along, being new to the bourbon community, some of the favorites that I found. And this one in particular was a barrel pick by Whiskey Weather. You can see, hopefully, kind of see. It's engraved with his logo. That's one of the cool things about New Riff is if you do purchase a bottle from them, they you can get it engraved and have it personalized for somebody. So this was the Whiskey Weather barrel pick that was done. I think it was distilled back in like March of 2019, and I know they did the pick earlier this year. Yes, I was a dork and had him sign it. Um, but I know Brandon, beginning to know him personally. But anyway, let's dive into it. This is New Riff's 6-year single barrel. It's 121.4 proof. It was aged at least 6 years. It was distilled on in March of 2019. They used Cooper's Reserve #1 char, and it was barrel number 17483. Now, New Riff happens to be located in Bellevue, Kentucky, so they're about that 45-minute drive for me. I have done their tour down there, and they're fantastic. One of the other things I really like about New Riff is I've got their Glencairn as well, and they are a New Riff on an old tradition. I love their saying. They were established in 2014. And one of the coolest things that I found out during the tour was that there's a big liquor store that sits in Bellevue as well called the Party Source. And Ken, the owner of the Party Source, ended up selling it to his employees and started in the bourbon space. His head distiller used to be a head brewer located out of Cincinnati, Ohio. But what's also cool about them is they sit right on top of an aquifer. So they just, there's hills in northern Kentucky. So anything that runs down, fills this aquifer, and that's, how they get their water source to make their delicious bourbon. New Riff is another one that there's not been one, well, let me take that back. There was one that I didn't care for. It was a sour mash that they released. And you could definitely tell that the head distiller used to be a head brewer because it had a lot of, it was very barley forward. And maybe that's your thing. It wasn't mine. It's the only one that I found from New Riff so far that I don't enjoy. Anything else that I've tried from them is fantastic. But they are independently owned by Ken and his family. And just the whole story's great. I'll drop a link to their website in the comments as well, because they do ship out their bourbons. So yeah, just a little bit brief history, if you will, of New Riff. So let's get into this. Whoops, I just splashed all over myself. um, that was a waste, even if it was a splash, because this bourbon is fantastic. Yeah, I know I'm gonna need a little bit more than that because it's so good. All right. So you can't tell from the bottle, but I've had a little bit of it. I mean, the bottle I think is still at least 3/4 of the way full, because I'm trying to savor it because it was a barrel pick, and you know, I've got to make it last until Brandon does another one. If you're not familiar with Brandon, he is known as Whiskey Weather in the bourbon community. He is His group is part of the bourbon group that I'm a part of here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and he's really educated me and helped me along the way, being so new to it. And part of what I want to try and do here and there is just pass along some of the things that maybe if somebody's new to the bourbon community like I am, that I've learned in the almost 9 months that I've been a part of it. So, all right, let's dive right into this. Oh man, I forgot how good this nose is. So a little bit about the mash bill. It's 65% corn, 30% rye, 5% malted barley. I already said that it's 121.4 proof, um, and 6 years. Oh man, just oh. Oh, like I said, I forgot how good this nose was. I'm getting a um, like waffles, like with maple syrup, some brown sugar, a little bit of caramel. Um, Gosh, that would be weird. I don't remember picking up a hint of I don't remember picking up a hint of spearmint the first time, especially since this isn't a rye. Typically, I get that out of a rye. Yeah, no, it's not spearmint. I think it's just that heavy maple syrup and brown sugar and caramel. Good, good viscosity on this. It's got the fingers to it. Um, One of the things I want to say, if I remember right, about New Riff is they do most of theirs without chill filtration. I'm pretty sure that was something that was said in the tour that I did. And it's a very affordable tour. You get like 5 or 6 samples. Um, and you actually tour the distillery itself. And I think with tax and everything, it was like $22, $23. I did it back in February of this year. Um, so tasting. The maple is there, but I get more of like cherry, a little bit of oak. Um, what else? I think it's clove. I've had another one of theirs um, from a restaurant literally like 5 down the street from me called Bourbons. and they did their own barrel pick out of New Riff as well, and I picked up cloves on theirs. I don't remember picking up the cloves on Brandon's the first time on the Whiskey Weather pick. The mouthfeel is definitely warm. Again, it's 121 proof. You pick up that viscousness to it. Like I said, you can. It's just all over the inside of this glass. There is a little bit of the sharpness that would be expected out of 121 proof bourbon, but the finish is. I'd have to say it's slightly hot. Again, I'm getting, pepper. And I can't tell you if it's black pepper or white pepper because I've never tasted white pepper in my entire life. I've only tasted black pepper. So if it's white pepper, I'm just pepper. That's the best I can do. And some baking spices, and maybe a little bit of like a vanilla, maybe like a vanilla custard. But the team that went with Brandon to pick this out from New Riff, they did a great job. I liked it immediately. I knew it was one that's like, holy crap, I need to keep this out of sight, out of mind. But it's kind of hard to because, again, it's got the really cool engraving on it. So it's just a matter of being disciplined so that, next year, hopefully next year, Whiskey Weather and the team go into another barrel pick down at New Riff. What was also great is that this came in at $70 MSRP, $69.99. So might as well round it up by a penny, right? But yeah, if you can, check out New Riff. Like I said, I'm going to drop a link to their website in the comments. On this NFL Sunday, again, I hope your team's winning. Drop in the comments who your team is. And as always, drink responsibly. Cheers.